So I was late this morning, haven't done anything vlog-wise. If you see this vlog, it's because Jerry's actually managed to work out my camera. But if you don't see it, then you will never know anyway. But yeah, here today, show jumping. Looks nice. Some of it suits her, some of it doesn't. Because she's got a long stride, she eats up distances. So it's quite a long course with not a huge amount of jumps. But I just have to make sure the corners and turns do my work. So now I'm heading out to cross country to walk the course. I don't know if I've told you, but yeah, the event is Nunney, so I had the choice of going to Little Gatcombe or coming to Nunney. So I've chosen Pro Heavy Nunney. I think there's 3 amateurs in my section, but it's an hour from me. It's a beautiful event. Also, being an international, I knew they'd make a huge effort at the ground, but actually we've had rain all morning, so that's taken a bit of the sting out of the ground. So now I'm just heading across the road. So just about the app, I use Coursewalk. I've got an old one. I refuse to pay yearly for the other one. So I've got an old one that still does the job. You can use Garmin's though, and if you put it on kilometres and then do it that way. But again, I'm not good enough with my maths to sit there and work that out. So there are lots of ways you can do it, and you don't have to purchase. But I say I do like minute markers. Got wet feet already, which is a first for a long time, and the joy of walking at 7:30 in the morning means that I don't have to worry about oncoming horses and can get my lines right. So it's a 5-minute 30 cross country today, so decent length. I know the horse is fit enough though. So yeah, and I finally bought a stopwatch because mine had died, and I borrowed one for Pontypool, which was lucky because I've still got speeding points. Pretty well, it's been boiling. I'm exhausted, and I've been getting up at 5 AM to ride before work to try and get the best of it, especially as I'm doing hill work a lot of the time. So yeah, I had a lesson with Jo May on Thursday. That went really well. Did a few skinnies and a bit of training, and actually she was jumping super. So couldn't be more pleased with that. She's come off the Regumate because we were hoping she's a spring horse only, and so far it's looking correct. And so hopefully her behaviour will be okay, and hopefully I can ride cross country today, because I think if anything I've learned in the last couple of outings is if I'm on form, the horse is on form. While I'm here, I just thought, one of my other things that I tend to do is if I'm here at an event where it's got the next level up, if I'm thinking about the next level up, which I'm not quite at the moment, but part of my has got at the back of my mind, I start also keeping an eye out on what's on the novice, so the questions and the height difference, just so you can start getting your eye in. I think far too many people seem to go walk their own course and be half asleep, and then don't start looking at the next level up to see what questions are being asked or how they'd ride them. So I tend to do that prep well in advance, like a couple of months, just start thinking about it. Because if there's a question I'm like, wow, I'm not sure how I'd ride it or how the horse would answer that question, then I'd start preparing it at home. I think it's just a really useful way of understanding the difference between the levels. So sometimes I would walk, if I've got the time, I walk the course at the end of the day, see where the hoof prints have been. Sometimes I'll just spend an hour watching horses go round, see how they're coping with the questions. But yeah, I think if you're looking to move up a level, the prep starts a good couple of months in advance, rather than suddenly going, oh, I'm going to go cross-country schooling 2 weeks before I've entered and hope it'll be okay. Because this just gets your eye in. You start walking the distances and understand what is required at that level. I think it's too easy to run at softer events or nicer grassroots events. If they're running at 80, 90, 100, I find they tend to be a bit kinder, whereas this is much more of a step up. And I don't think enough people are brave enough to come to events like this because they don't think they belong or they have imposter syndrome. But actually, if you're planning on championships, you need to come to the harder courses, which are a bit bolder, because they'll set you up better for the long-term future. Even if it doesn't go that well, at least you know then what you've got to do. See, this is what I mean. This is quite a wide table for 100. It's a decent size. And then it goes to another one. And this is on for So then you've got to angle it again to a fairly decent size. So it's putting you on a straight line, but it's easy to, you know, get a bit of a run out and stuff. So but this is what I mean, you know, you can. I haven't seen any questions like this for a while. I think. And actually Badminton Grassroots Championship had a very similar question with the corner houses. I think we get so caught up on failure and things going wrong, whereas actually that's what we learn. So I don't like it. I don't like things going wrong. In fact, you know, but I think as I've got older and done more and more of this, I've become a lot more philosophical about it. Sometimes it doesn't go right all the time. To be honest, with horses, 98% of the time it doesn't go right. 2% time is great. And it's that 2% that sort of keeps you addicted. So I'm, you know, much more. I've made the choice to come here because it's a harder track. So if it doesn't go quite right, then regroup, go to a softer one, get a bit more mileage. If it does go really well, then perfect. You know kind of what you've got, and that actually that horse should make the step up to novice quite easily. You know, this is why you've got to select the courses so that suit you and your horse and where you are in your training at the time. So I wouldn't come here with a first time 100 horse, but Incy did 3 100s last year. She's done a couple this year. Obviously they haven't been brilliant, but she came away from Pontypool feeling proper job. And so here I am. Here's another decent question. You've got a log at the top there, which you so that sets you up on the turn. You've got a little drop down, and then you've got a decent height skinny. It's the brush mainly, so the actual log bit's probably 80 centimetres. So it's about 4 strides. I don't tend to ride it, just tend to ride by my eye on what I've got. But then the novice question, again, this is where you need to be sort of like thinking about it for the future. The novice question is that step down and then to quite a decent corner, but it's got a good takeoff line. So here we have ditch, rail, which again, it's very, really slipped. So yeah, ditch rail, again, mimicking what they've got for the novice. So they've got a rail in just the other side of the tree, ditch, then skinny out. Water. The other thing Nunney's done here, which makes the course harder, is things aren't numbered separately. They're all A, Bs and Cs. So that does make a difference in your decision making. So here's the flags that you have to go through for the water. So luckily they're quite close to the end, so you can skirt around the water slightly if you wanted to. But yeah, because it's all A, Bs and Cs, there's no turning circles or getting your line better or anything like that. So that's another important thing to take into consideration. now needs to move, be more supple.
.661 is next to go. This is Lucy Council coming forward from section M, riding her own Incy Wincy Cincy.
Complete. Stop the clock on 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Speed lead over the brush roll 10, 12. Please make mark. Let's come downhill, making changes. Next up, the leads of the left and 13. Checking time. We'll be coming down to the gully. There's the middle of the tower. Lane crossing the roll top. In the royal blue colours. Second, away is this cancel.
I think it takes up because So I'm home and I'm absolutely thrilled with my cross country. Not that you can tell from my face because I don't really do the smiling. Absolutely thrilled. She was just absolutely brilliant. And actually, for the first time, I felt like she was absolutely on her game. She was smooth and easy. The gears up were easy. The gears down were easy. She was looking for her fences. She was spot on at everything. So absolutely really chuffed. Makes up for the 2 jumps down, which was bloody annoying, and the slightly crappy dressage score. Do you know what? But I would rather have Pontiple's result and have today's cross-country result. So it's all happened in the correct place. You know, when it gets pros, seriously pro heavy on very smart horses. So it is what it is, but you've got to put yourself out there and know what you've got. And I now know that I've got a horse that will go novice because she's shown that today. And might not be this year, might be next year, but who knows. And I've also got a horse who will hopefully go to the 1 star at the end of August after the Riding Club Championships. So yes, that's pretty pleasing for me.